Hello children, welcome to the video lectures of social science. This is the fourth lecture of chapter number 18. In the previous lecture, we saw about the reasons of poverty. The third lecture was mainly dedicated to reasons of poverty. Now why a whole lecture was dedicated to it? Because this is considered one of the most important short notes or questions from this particular chapter. It can be asked into a 3 marks question, and many a times due to the blueprint it is also asked into 4 marks. So prepare well this particular question. Now we are going to see, today we are going to understand strategies of poverty reduction. Now we have seen that poverty is there, poverty is already there, but what are the strategies that government is following to eradicate it? Eradicate is to remove. Eradicate is to remove. What strategies government is following to eradicate the poverty, that we are going to see into this particular video lecture. Let us see. The vicious circle of poverty is increasing its grip. Vicious is deadly, dangerous. Circle is gripping. Reasons for it have been understood. We knew the reason already, right? On the basis of it has become easy to understand which type of strategies to be adopted to remove poverty, and due to it we can understand what kind of things we need to consider, what steps to be taken to remove the poverty. Till the 11th 5-year plan, which was from implemented in 2007 and it continued till 2012. Okay, so this was 11th 5-year plan, right? Now you know about, you have already studied in 9th standard that 5-year plan were implemented after the independence of India. The first 5-year plan was implemented in 1951 and it continued till 1956. The 11th 5-year plan was implemented in 2007 and it completed in 2012, right? So in 11th 5-year plan, what happened? Till then, neglection of rural areas in strategy of development. See, till then the rural areas were not seen into development and they were neglected. The Indian economy work plan is found mainly responsible for the poverty, and it is seen that till almost 7 5-year plans, means till almost 35 years after, 35 to 40 years after independence, the poor or the rural areas were not developed as they should be. Golden pinnacle of Indian poverty may be there in rural areas, but the base lies in rural areas. Okay, we know that the Indian economy or the main money is from urban areas, but the real base lies into rural areas, because the more the dependent the villages are, the more the dependent country is, the more the self-reliant villages are, the country will also be self-reliant. So there was a problem into rural areas. Okay, they were neglected, and due to it the poverty rose up. Villages are the heart of Indian economy. Okay, we need to remember villages are the heart of Indian economy. So in order to keep them alive and prosperous, a large part of budget should be spent after them. See, a large part of budget, we know about budget, right? Budget is implemented every year. It is basically the statement of income and expense. Okay, how much income the government will make and how many expenses the government will make, that is put in front of us by the finance minister, that is known as budget. So a large section of budget should have been spent behind the rural people, but that was not done, and due to it the economy of the rural areas deteriorated, decreased, and poverty rose up. Actual economic development, social development, and cultural development of India is possible by developing villages. Say, if villages will become self-reliant, the government will become self-reliant. Thus, through the programs like Gramodaya Se Bharat Uday. Okay, so this is one of the government scheme that they had implemented. Gramodaya Se Bharat Uday. Okay, means if you make the villages gram, Uday means arise, awake, then Bharat will also means country will also arise. Present government have implemented the basic idea that upliftment of country is possible only through upliftment of villages. See, the upliftment of country is only possible through upliftment of villages. If villages will not be uplifted, then it is not possible to uplift the country. Center and the state government have emphasized, see, center and the state government have emphasized means put importance on, put great effort on implementation of new plans and programs for removal of poverty. For this stress have been laid on improvement of basic needs. See, now what government is doing, they want to improve the basic needs, life development of agriculture sector in cottage industry. Why this is to be done? Why they want to develop the agriculture and cottage industry? Because most of, you can say, 80% of the rural area people are connected to it, and due to it, if these two sectors will be revived, the villages will be revived on their own. If opportunities for employment will be created, a flow of income will increase and poverty will be decreased. If there is employment, employment will give money. As there will be money, the poverty will go off on its own. So these are some of the reasons due to it. Now we will see the reasons into it in detail. The first one, let me change the pen for your easy viewing. After independence, government have given a thrust of development to large scale industry. This we know that in the first 5 year plan, the development of large scale industry, heavy industry and key industry along with slogan Garibi Hatao for their development, encouragement and has been given to development in cities, right? On the other hand, okay, your human hand with the objective of green revolution, okay, green revolution, land reform act have been implemented so the development may also be there into agriculture sector. As a result of which production will increase, okay, they wanted to do this green revolution means revolution in agriculture sector. Employment opportunity will all be created, employment will increase and poverty will go down. This is simple. If employment increases, poverty will go down on its own. Okay. It was believed that as a result of development of industries, benefit achieved by owners of industry will be increasing. Okay, so the government thought that if we will develop more industries, then more people will get employment. As more people will get employment, so poverty will decrease. But it did not happen so. Okay, income of rich farmers and land which was to be distributed among poor people and thus it was decreased in. But this strategy proved to be optimistic bubbler. Okay, optimistic bubbler means a type of, you can say, which was not practically implemented in a proper way. It was like a bubble that burst up. Speed of economic development of the country remained slow. Along with slow economic development, distribution of income was inadequate and unequal. So distribution of income was inadequate and unequal. As a result of it, income and wealth was concentrated in the hand of few. See, the income and the wealth was into the hands of few rich people only. Thus, no improvement was there in the condition of the poor people. As a result of improper distribution of income, rich became richer and poor remained where they were. Okay, so due to these policies, the rich became richer while poor became poorer. This was seen. Second, in order to remove the disparity means the difference of income, government frames such type of taxation policies so that the poor may get commodities essential for life and production of such commodities increases. Okay? Government made some changes into economic policy in such a way, then made the essential commodities almost free for the poor people, right? For this purposes, heavy taxes were laid on luxury goods. See, what did the government do? Heavy taxes on luxurious goods means goods which were used by the rich people. They were taxed heavily, and services of luxury or enjoyment. For this strategy, uh, was made to provide essential commodities to poor people, that is fair price shop or ration shops under public distribution system. It is called PDS. For doing so, it had tried to improve the living standard of people. It was the why this was done, to improve the living standard of the people. Okay, the government had tried that there should be decrease in the production of luxurious item. Production of luxurious item should be decreased, utilized by rich and available resources. See, okay, who utilizes luxury uses the rich people, so that production should be lessened, and available resources should be utilized to produce the commodities used by the poor people that were majority into the population. Okay, therefore government have undertaken such effort, as a result of which increase in employment among the poor, ability to work would increase production, and finally income would increase. So ultimately the main thing was to get more employment and generate income and lead to a better life. Third, to understand the need of improvement in agriculture, as I told you, 60% of the population depends on agriculture sector, and there was a need to improvise it. Government implemented many programs like Land Ceiling Act, Regulation of Tenancy Act, Security of the Cultivated Right. These were some of the acts which were connected to the laborers and the farmers who were working into the fields, so that there is a decrease in the income of the rich farmers, landlords, and increase in the income of farm laborers and tenants. So these were some of the rules, regulations that were implemented by the government to see that the farmers, rich farmers, get less, while the laborers and workers into the field get more, so that there may be improvement in the condition of the poor and ultimately decrease the poverty. Next, fourth, government have announced the policies to encourage agriculture related industries. See, to agriculture related industries such like cattle rearing, dairy industries, pisciculture means fishing, and afforestation. It helps in order to develop small irrigation schemes, see, household industries, cottage industries, small scale industries. So government is supporting this all, and they are trying to develop this all area so that poor people can get support out of it. In order to make people self-reliant, government has stressed on labor-intensive industries. Understand this thing: labor-intensive industry means such kind of industries where more people are needed to work. Okay, instead of machine oriented, most of the large scale industries are machine oriented industries. Machine oriented means more machines are used, like if you see big industries, okay, there robots and machines are used, then one robot will do work of 20 people, and that will make 20 people unemployed. So instead of those machines, government said that labor intensive uh, industries should be implemented so that more people can get employment into it, so that employment increase. At the same time, it also announced policies and help many traditional industries, handloom and cottage industries. Arrangement have been made for many household industries so that there is increase in employment in rural areas. It has made arrangement to see that the youth of rural, see, young people of rural area get opportunity of alternative employment. This was, you if you remember, the alternative employment was one of the reasons for poverty. So if the youth get opportunity to get optional employment when they don't have farming to be done, then it would also help the family to run their livelihood. Okay, for this purpose, objective based education, training and skill development programs have been started. Government have implemented programs of self-employment as a part of strategies of improvement. Recently also government implemented various schemes like skill development, Startup India. So these were some of the programs that the government have implemented to develop the employment oriented activities into the youth of the rural people. Okay. For this purpose, new field of employment have been opened so that their income increases, and once the income increases, the poverty will automatically decrease. Okay, so in this particular video lecture we'll keep till here. Read and understand.